think Dr. Holmes said it hit the nail right on the head. It's important for us to collaborate, work together, think regionally, and so we support Mayor Jones and all of our city brothers and sisters, and happy to be here to work with them.
I think it's just so important to be here because this is what community is all about. When you have mayors and these political figures that are making decisions on what goes on in the community, this is so very important to be here, whether it's law enforcement. I wish a lot younger people would be here so they can see what in fact goes on in their community as they're moving about their day-to-day. These are the people that are making the decisions for them. And to be that change, they can see that they can be a part of that change. So.
So excited about the city, and we hope you're going to leave today feeling just as excited as we are. We appreciate all of you being here for the mayor's 20th business luncheon.
As mayor, one of my top priorities is to put St. Louis back on the map. You'll hear me say it all the time. Whether you're flying in from Frankfurt on our first continental European flight in decades, or an entrepreneur looking for the next big thing, St. Louis has so much to offer. From our vibrant parks, live with renditions of Shakespeare plays, to our lounges filled with bands covering their favorite songs, St. Louis is a cultural destination for our region. Local restaurants bring foodies from across the country to our city for St. Louis-style barbecue, which is the best in the nation. U.S. World Report said it. Or high-end cuisine. And between our low cost of living to our world-class universities, St. Louis offers entrepreneurs looking to build something new and exciting the room they need to grow and explore. The city of St. Louis is the fulcrum of industry and economy, innovation and culture, bringing together people from both sides of the river and across the city-county border. Our region truly begins here. With the new NGA West Campus, St. Louis is strengthening its position as a technology and innovation hub in the Midwest, primed to be the center for geospatial technology. I have personally dubbed it Silicon Prairie. All the while, our city's Project Connect initiative is bringing together community stakeholders to make sure this transformative new facility will benefit the 6 neighborhoods surrounding the future campus, not pushing out residents who have put in roots there for decades. The nearly $100 million 64 Jefferson Interchange project will reimagine and remake our roads around the sparkling new Centene Stadium, connecting neighborhoods throughout St. Louis with a new bike trail and, I know what's important to you, improved traffic flow. As the first mayor in decades to be born, raised, and still living in North St. Louis, I can tell you that our city cannot succeed together if over half of it is left to fail.
That's right.
Earlier this year in my State of the City, I spoke about my family's story, which illustrates where St. Louis was in years past and where we need to go moving forward. My grandparents on my mother's side moved from the Jim Crow South to St. Louis, putting down roots in our city in search of a better life. In the mid-1950s, they moved from a row house in the Jeff Vanderby neighborhood to a 3-story home in Wells Goodfellow to raise their 13 children, of which my mama was the baby. That home became the center of my family's universe, and we affectionately called it the Big House. The Big House anchored my family for generations. And after my grandparents died, my aunts and uncles lived in it and raised their families in it. My parents even got married in the living room there in 1969. But in the summer of 2010, the Big House was destroyed by fire after it was hit by lightning and had fallen into disrepair. Losing it was a tragedy. But as I look and see the way it helped my family grow and build economic security that we needed, I'm thankful we had it for as long as we did. Every St. Louis family, no matter which of our 79 neighborhoods they live in, deserve the same opportunity my family did to build a better life for their children and grandchildren. My administration has embraced its role as an active partner in development, and development opportunities remain plentiful across our city. We've renegotiated past deals to ensure public goods like affordable housing and major projects like the Butler Brothers, the City Foundry, and the Edwin. We've recently reached an agreement with Cortex that guarantees affordable housing, infrastructure improvements, and investments in disinvested communities. Meanwhile, companies like Deli Star and Procter & Gamble are expanding in our city and partnering with our schools to ensure that our babies have a pathway to the middle class upon graduation. And let me stop there. How many of you knew that all of the Cascade in the country is made right here in St. Louis? Did you know that? Dawn Power Wash, right here in St. Louis, right here in North City. We want to make sure that these expectations and these development processes are more transparent, honest, and accessible to both developers and our residents. The new leadership under the fierce leadership of Neil Richardson at SLDC has embraced this effort, building out a process and a structure to make sure anyone looking to do business in St. Louis knows exactly what it will take to do so. And I'm excited, I'm so excited for you to hear more about SLDC's hard work around its new community benefit scorecard. But we'll talk about that later in the program because I don't want to steal Neil's thunder. Again, I would like to reiterate my appreciation for all those working hard to make our city better and a more vibrant place for all. I say it often that our city cannot succeed if over half of it is left to favor. Success requires collaboration, and everyone in this room today is a crucial part of that vision. It'll take more than just city government to make our city stronger and a safer place. It'll take everyone, from our private businesses to civic leaders to elected officials, to marshal the resources we have at our disposal and make investments in the coming years that our children and grandchildren will see and feel for decades to come. Together, we'll make St. Louis more competitive, more equitable, and more vibrant in the years and decades to come. Thank you for coming today. This is a first for us. This is the most people that we've ever had at our business luncheon, so give yourselves a round of applause.
Say that the COVID-19 pandemic really laid bare a lot of the disparities that we see in the African American community predominantly. We've seen those for years. So we see the high rates of diabetes, hypertension, infant mortality, maternal death in the Black community. And unfortunately, COVID disproportionately impacted people of color. And we continue to see that with long COVID and all of the complications related to the pandemic. Affinia Healthcare was actually on the forefront of the COVID-19 response in St. Louis City. We were the first organization to establish a COVID testing location in North St. Louis City and in South St. Louis City. We took a perspective of meeting the community where they are. So we were at community events, hospitals, we were at churches, any type of community organization, bringing that COVID testing to the community. It's unfortunate that sometimes when you actually prioritize people of color, there is sometimes some resistance to that, and we experience that not only with our testing, but also with the monoclonal antibody infusion center, which we were able to provide with the partnership of St. Louis City and the St. Louis City Department of Health. And it is absolutely an honor to receive this acknowledgement.
Brian Tubino of Catholic Charities, and Eric Holland of the Holland Law Firm.
SLDC has been working diligently with the Mayor's administration as well as the Board of Aldermen to ensure, as we're moving economic justice forward in the city of St. Louis, that the residents and the businesses have a voice, but also ensuring that as we're allocating resources to communities, we're doing it in a responsible manner to provide economic opportunity for all St. Louisans to thrive. I also would like to recognize the St. Louis Public School Board, staff, and faculty. Can you all please stand? It's important to recognize that the St. Louis Public Schools have been working diligently to not only have a seat at the table, but be at the forefront of economic development, transactions, and negotiations to ensure that their current students, their future students, and their alumni have great access to economic opportunities and building strategic partnerships with the businesses and employers that we're attracting to our region. We don't want this to just be a transactional moment as we're having conversations with developers and businesses. If we're going to create true transformational change, we need to ensure that they are building strategic partnerships. We're holding them accountable to working to ensure that our city residents and our youth, most especially, have the access to the opportunities they deserve that we promised as leaders of the city of St. Louis. I also would like to take a moment to recognize the city employees. When I started at SLDC, people asked me, what was your biggest surprise? My biggest surprise was being able to meet the people who have been dedicated to the city for decades, 20, 30, even 40 years of investing their lives and their careers to make St. Louis better. And they don't always get the recognition they deserve, but they are the backbone that keep our city strong and keeping us move forward. So all of our city employees, if you're present, please stand. I also would like to recognize in this moment the St. Louis Development Corporation staff. You may or may not have heard through some of the headlines that St. Louis SLDC is going through some changes. We're going through changes because we have a new focus. A new era around empowering, developing, and transforming the city into a vibrant, just, and growing economy in which all people can thrive. And our employees, going from 80 to 100, that may not sound like a huge jump, but that's significant because it's not just about bringing in new talent. It's about bringing in innovation, bringing in people that are passionate about the future of St. Louis, of creating a more just society, creating a more just, equitable outcomes, having an understanding not just where we're going, but where we've been, and how to repair that harm in a manner that's equitable, transparent, and accountable. And now it's time to roll out the new brand for SLDC as we move forward. So please turn your heads to the video for the new SLDC.
Refresh and reform the way economic development is done in the city of St. Louis. As the city's economic development agency, the St. Louis Development Corporation's strategic focus is to empower, develop, and transform St. Louis through a vibrant, just, and growing economy where everyone can thrive. We plan to empower by amplifying the voices of people, businesses, and neighborhoods, including those suffering from decades of disinvestment and neglect. We will develop, invest in, and strengthen community infrastructure. And we will transparently transform the economic development process to ensure just and equitable opportunities for all.
Hey, hello everyone. My name is Cedric Cobb. I am the owner and CEO of Best Wardrobe Solutions here in St. Louis. We had a great time here. It was over 1,000 people here. Business owners and politicians and all of the who's who of St. Louis made it a priority to be here at lunchtime. You know, this award is so prestigious. I remember receiving this award several years ago for being best business in St. Louis for our company called Best Wardrobe Solutions. And guess what? Not only did we get honored by St. Louis, later on that next year, we got the opportunity to be featured on Shark Tank and got a deal with Mr. Damon John. That's season 10, episode 21, if you want to go back and take a look at it. It was an amazing time, but more than anything else, it's critically important that as a small business that you get an opportunity to be around the fire, right? They say if you get around the fire, you smell like smoke. So we're around so much fire around here, everyone from tech to industry, from agriculture, all kinds of startups, major corporations, and we're talking about true business development in our city. So thank you all so much for putting this event together. It 100% has my support each and every year. Cedric Cobb coming here to you. Check us out. St. Louis is on the rise.
You know when they done, Red?
Yeah, when my fingertips tell me.
So how long you been cooking barbecue, man?
25 years.
25 years. Man, everybody loves your barbecue. Everybody's trying to find out the secret. What's the secret?
Me?
Is it the sauce? Or is it how it's smoked right now?
It's a combo.
Combo. I see.
Combo, 1-2 punch.
Once I see you got your assistant over here on the grill with you.
Yeah, about 15 years. Good assistant.
Yeah, think so? Yeah, they almost done. Let me get a pan. They almost done. So we got some in the bottom smoking and some in kind of almost done up top, huh?
Smoking up top, cooking on the bottom.
Oh! See, I know nothing about what you're doing, obviously. So you back here making Red's world famous sauce?
No.
You finna tell us what's in it?
No.
Okay. All right.
Alright, I need can you do one with something with no sauce more? Yeah. Okay. Y'all got some no sauce about that? Yeah. Oh. No. You gotta get it. Wait a minute. Yeah. Where's that?
Where? Red the barbecue is?
Yes, I am at Red's right now.
And you said your girlfriend from Granite City told you about it?
Yes, my girlfriend from Granite City told me about it.
But I see that beautiful green hair you got. Yeah. And you said you from U City.
Yes, I am from U City.
And you love you some Red the Barbecue Man.
I love him to death. I want to give him a hug right now.
Hey, how we doing outside? I see we caught you on your way to your car, huh?
Alrighty, yes. The food is good, delicious. We love Reds. They have our support all the time.
So tell me, how many times you been to Red? How many times have you been here? You know?
I've been here so many times I can't even count. To tell you the truth.
What do you like the most from here?
They ribs and Polish.
Ribs and Polish.
Ribs and Polish.
Enjoy it, man. We appreciate your business.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're here because of you got this from church. You said you learned this from.
We are Episcopalians and we know how to eat. And
what's the name of the church? What's the name of the church right up the street? St.
Stephen's. Yeah, St. Stephen's Episcopal Church.
And what was it, like brunch at the church? Somebody had some Reds the Barbecue Man?
Well, we always have potlucks. And somebody brought Reds in for our potluck, and it was amazing. And we hit some of the local restaurants, and we kept smelling the wonderful food, and it was just time to come. Tonight was a barbecue night, and here we are.
Enjoying Red the Barbecue Man.
Absolutely.
We appreciate your business.
1, 2, 4.
So you say, where are you from, sir?
I'm from Toledo, Ohio, 7 Mile Drive. It's worth every minute. Best ribs I had in the past 2 years, I say, maybe 3. Great.
So what brought you in today? You got family here in St. Louis, or?
Well, we came in for a funeral, came in yesterday. I asked who had the best ribs, and everybody sent me over to Reds, and they wasn't lying. Reds got the best ribs I done tasted in St. Louis, or Ferguson, or Missouri, period. It's the truth.
Might need to come get you some, huh?
Yeah, come get you some. Excuse me, I'm about to go finish eating. Worth every mile. Scrumptious. Wow.
You got that full meal deal, huh?
Yeah, buddy.
It come with a loaf of bread?
Hey, you want to put it in Red's truck?
If you don't ask,
No, we're gonna trail y'all. We're gonna trail y'all.
Okay.
if y'all don't mind me asking, what did y'all get?
We got everything. Hold on a sec. We got everything.
How many bags did y'all get?
Oh, my.
Y'all got?
We got it all. We got it all. We got everything Red got to offer. Everything Red got to offer. Red good people. Always been there. You know what I'm saying? I love Red barbecue. Now if you got that, it's all good.
I heard about Reds. I'm here from South Bend, Indiana, and I came here to see what all the hype was about. And so I got my just dues. This bag is heavy. Look, I heard, now I haven't tasted it yet, but I'll tell you this bag is heavy enough to feed a whole army. So y'all come out to Reds and get y'all barbecue.
You're waiting on your barbecue at Red the Barbecue Man.
Yeah.
And you brought your lady with you.
I did.
Hey man.
It's a date night.
Date night. Hey man, we really are you from Ferguson, or where are you from?
Yeah, I live in Ferguson.
Man, hey man, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Local, how can a business support without local people coming to support, man?
Exactly.
Hey man, we really appreciate it. Maybe she can
problem.
lick the sauce maker.
Yeah, she can.
Enjoy, man.
Okay.
Thanks for your business.
Yeah. Hold on. Zeke, let me get.
Can you tell us the secret recipe? How do you do it, Red? What's the secret, man?
Good meat, good sauce, man. Just cook it like you do in your backyard, man. Don't change nothing. That's all. Just simple, man. Just good old-fashioned barbecue. Red's way. important as cooking the meat. Have everything clean, fresh, good, clean rack, clean work area, all that just as important. Gotta get it done. Everybody don't like to do the clean down, but it's gotta be done. I does the back because I want it right.